AWS On Air, coming to you from reInvent, and this segment is going to be about analytics. You got data from all different places on the internet. How do you bring them into together in AWS and be able to analyze them? So let's go through who we've got in this amazing panel today. My name is Jillian Ford, and I'm a startup solutions architect.
I'm Steve Roberts, developer advocate for .NET and PowerShell.
Hi, I'm Ray, principal PMT for Amazon AppFlow.
Hey everybody, I'm Kamen. I'm a specialist solutions architect with AWS.
And for those who aren't familiar with AppFlow, can you explain what is AppFlow?
Yeah, sure. So Amazon AppFlow is a fully managed integration service that allows you to securely transfer, transform, catalog your SaaS data, software as a service application data from places like Salesforce, SAP, Zendesk, to destinations such as Amazon S3 and Amazon Redshift. Done with no code, basically, without writing a single line of code, essentially.
Nice. So, I understand that today we announced a whole bunch of new connectors.
Yeah, I'm excited to announce today we launched 22 new connectors.
Wow.
We also are launching new data integrations as well as new data preparation features, which we can talk about today. With the 22 new data connectors, that gets us to over 50. So we have marketing connectors, new ones, from Facebook ads, Google ads, Instagram ads, LinkedIn ads. We have new customer service connectors from MailChimp, Zendesk Sell, SendGrid. Business operations connectors from Microsoft Teams, Zoom meetings, Stripe, and we've updated our Redshift connector as well. Operates with Redshift clusters and private subnet, as well as Redshift serverless.
Cool. Yeah, so how does all these different connectors kind of fit into someone's analytics strategy?
Yeah, it's a good question. So the connectors solve a couple of use cases. So customers come to us quite often with challenges such as, how do I improve my customer's digital experience, their journey? So what they'll do is they'll pull data from Adobe Analytics, Google Analytics, Salesforce. They'll combine the data and they'll run analytics or machine learning on it to kind of improve that overall customer journey. Also creating targeted marketing campaigns. So they'll pull data from Marketo, from Salesforce again, or from Zendesk, and they'll create a focused set of marketing collateral and emails and messages and things like that. Yeah, so. Actually, Kamen, you've got a couple of examples to share as well.
Oh yeah, sure, thanks. You know, Julian, it's hard to do integration with different applications to bring data in. So we see a lot of customers actually using AppFlow because it's a simple click and point interface, and they can bring data in from various different SaaS applications to run customer 360 analytics. We have a large customer who is ingesting data from Google AdWords and running machine learning on top of that to qualify leads. So we can see some amazing use cases with customers where they combine both low-code and no-code services, but also they use the broader analytics and machine learning portfolio that they have in AWS on the tip of their fingers to kind of build amazing solutions that not only brings customers insights and business insights, but also some machine learning driven use cases. So yeah, super excited with the new connectors and looking forward to work with our customers for new interesting use cases.
So I understand you have a demo, because we like demos here on AWS On Air.
Yes,
Yeah?
we do.
All right, can we see it?
Shall we? Yes, of course. Let me play it, and I think, Ray, you're going to walk them through?
One sec before you start. So just to set up the demo, what this is in addition to our new connectors, we have two other key features that we are announcing.
Okay.
One is the integration with the AWS Glue Data Catalog. And what that does is we automate the preparation and the registration of your SaaS data into the Glue Data Catalog. And what that buys customers is the ability to simply gain access to that data so they can share it, they can govern it, they can visualize it, they can analyze it. So that what we'll demonstrate is the simplicity of taking data from different sources like Salesforce, SAP, through several mouse clicks, we'll demonstrate how easy it is to pull the data in, prepare the data, catalog the data, partition the data, aggregate the data, and basically prepare it for use in analytics and machine learning. So as part of the demo also, once I set that job up, all I literally need to do is go to an analytics tool such as Athena or SageMaker, which earlier was demonstrated with the Data Wrangler product, instant access to the data. And through like several mouse clicks, we'll be able to pull, share, catalog, and use the data. So that's what we'll demonstrate. Yeah.
All right, I think maybe we should just
let's get
into the demo.
Yes.
Let's do it. Okay, so this is live. You just go to aws.amazon.com/AppFlow. And so here, just sign into the console. Select Amazon AppFlow, and it's as simple as create flow. So once you create flow, it goes through a multi-step process. Here I'm just defining the flow name as AppFlow demo.
Yeah.
I'm going to add encryption. So I have an encryption key set up. Yeah. So we're going to encrypt the data, hit next. Step 2 is essentially choosing your source and your destination. So in this case, you can see a large selection of sources. Here I'm just choosing Salesforce as an example for our example here. I've already got a connection set up, so I'm just reusing a Salesforce connection that I've already established before and entered all the credentials. So here I'm choosing.
So that's the destination, right? So we have always source and destination of the data. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Cameron. So I chose the account object in this example. And in this case, I'm choosing to populate a data lake in S3.
Yep.
I've got some buckets set up there, so I'm just entering a bucket prefix. So you can see new in the console is this new expansion box here, or expansion item, AWS Glue Data Catalog Settings.
Yeah.
And so here is, you can choose to use it or not use it. So in this case, I'm just going to catalog it. It's literally the one click to catalog. And all I have to do here is choose the IAM role that has the right Glue Data Catalog permission. So I have that set up prior to this. So I'll select that role. And then I select my database, enter my table name, and AppFlow takes care of the rest. So it's literally those 3 steps. And what we will do is basically, since we have first-hand knowledge of the source object schema, we'll create the schema, or sorry, infer or classify the data, we'll infer the schema. Actually, we know the schema. We'll write the metadata, we'll create the partition table entries, we'll verify all the schema, verify all the partition tables. You basically have a surefire method or way of populating your catalog without having to do any sort of debug or checking.
I haven't seen any code yet either.
Yeah, good point.
So here you have a few options to run your flow. So I just chose run on demand. There's also ways to run it on schedule or event driven. The next step here is to map the data fields. Here I'm just going to map all the source fields from Salesforce and just replicate them over to the destination connector here.
Okay.
So here's a new set of features that we added, partitioning and aggregation that we touched on earlier. This is kind of cool because customers basically, they need to run like special data processing jobs to do the partitioning, to do the aggregation. Here is just a point and click in your flow definition, and we'll run the jobs, the pipeline for you in the background. So here's an example where I'm going to deselect execution ID, and I want to basically put all my data into a partition hierarchy that I define. And I could run 1 flow, 2 flows, incremental flows, scheduled flows, and keep the same partition hierarchy with this enhancement. So basically you have a collection of data with all the same scheme, the same structure, and it's all accessible and queryable from your partition hierarchy. So in this example here, I'm just defining the partition hierarchy based on destination fields, and I'm just using based on geography. So country, state, city is one way to partition your data. It just depends on the problem you're trying to solve. So here, yeah, just the 3 partitions. We can go up to 10 deep. I think that's probably enough, but if customers need more, just let us know. We can make it more. But it's currently at 10. And that's all I need to do.
Wow.
So I just select the destination fields.
Yeah.
And the data processing job will just run in the background, partition it, and also register it in the Glue data catalog. So every partition that's created, so we use high partitioning, so basically the field equals the name, that partition structure is used. It'll be all registered in the Glue data catalog. So here, the other option is the aggregation option. So here, again, the ability to aggregate records into files to the size that you specify. That's a new feature. Just allows you to optimize your queries and improve performance, significantly reduce cost to run those queries.
Wow.
So we have a couple of minutes left, so we probably should move along in this. What's the next step that we'll do?
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed the question.
Oh, no, I was just saying we've got like a couple of minutes left, so I'd hate for you to cut your demo off. So where next? What would we do next?
Okay, if we only have a few minutes left, perhaps we could fast forward this demo to the end here. So once I set this up and hit next, it basically creates the flow, and then you execute the flow, and it goes off and pulls data. So let's just jump to that here.
Yeah, we'll leave the rest of the options default, so AppFlow comes with filtering and validation, and so on. But for the purpose of this demo, we can fast forward and show the data.
Yeah.
And just to mention that before that, all those steps had to be manually done by customers or automated through other AWS services such as Amazon Event Bridge, step functions, Lambda functions. So there was an automation, but it was complicated for customers. So with this great job from the AppFlow team, we've simplified this to 3 clicks. And
I was going to say, I still haven't seen any code.
I know, yeah.
Exactly.
I love how simple it is. And earlier, when I guess I was looking through the actual demo that you were showing us, I noticed that there was, in the menu options, like there was, probably people are wondering, like, what if there's like the connector that they want to be able to utilize that's not in that menu? So are they still able to use AppFlow?
Oh yeah, sure. So recently, about February this year, we released something called Custom Connector SDK, which is open source, available in GitHub in Python and Java. So customers can now take this SDK, the software development kit, and develop a Lambda function using the SDK, and then register this as a custom connector in AppFlow, and then use it as part of the ecosystem of AppFlow. Right? Same as any other managed connector, they can implement it for private APIs or internal applications. So, yeah, possible.
Just to close this out real quickly, what I'm showing here is pulling up the AWS Glue product, looking at the Glue data catalog. You can see it's all populated here with the proper schema and partitions, and that's kind of what I'm walking through here in the demo.
It's so clear. I love how intuitive it is. I love that there's low code, no code. So where can people, if they want to use AppFlow, learn more about like these data connectors and features? How can they get started?
Yeah, so really easy to get started. Just go to aws.amazon.com/AppFlow, create an account, and just walk through the steps that I just did with Create Flow, and you're on your way.
Awesome. All right. Well, thanks so much for joining us.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. And stay tuned. We'll be back shortly.